Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it is for Purim Day 2013. Okay, I'm just going to try and say as fast as I can all the laws that you need to remember for Purim Day. Of course, you should remember to hear the Megillah on Motzei Shabbos, Saturday night, and also on Sunday morning. Please remember that you have to give matanos le'avyonim, that's gifts to the poor, and make sure that it's distributed on Purim Day. Make sure that your expenditures for matanos le'avyonim are more than your expenditures for shalach manos, the gifts that you give to your friends and neighbors. You should still give lots of gifts to your friends and neighbors, but your expenditures for your matanos le'avyonim should exceed that. When you hear the Megillah, you should try to hear every single word from the person that is reading the Megillah, but if you miss a word, you can say it quietly while listening along, and that would cover for that missed word. If you are making noise, remember that when the Megillah is read, it is still a holy, holy Megillah, and we're not supposed to get all crazy while hearing the Megillah, and it's appropriate to keep those noise makings down to a minimum if possible. If you have a choice whether to go to a shul with a loud, loud Megillah reading with, lots and lots of people making a lot of noise, and a smaller one where you can have a much better chance of hearing the whole entire Megillah, although we usually say that Barovam Hadras Melech, that there's more glory to God with more people there. On the other hand, that is true. But on the other hand, if you're not going to hear the Megillah at that big, noisy shul, then you should be at the smaller shul where you're going to be able to hear the Megillah. Remember, there is no mitzvah whatsoever to drink vodka or liquor or anything of the sort. The mitzvah at the Purim Suda, late in the afternoon on Sunday, is to have a little bit of wine. The Mishnah Berurah says, if you want to fulfill the mitzvah of drinking until you don't know the difference between Mordechai and Haman, blessed is Mordechai and cursed is Haman, then have a little bit of wine, and then go to sleep, and during your sleep you won't know the difference. Seriously, in other words, the Mishnah Berurah says you don't have to fulfill it by going crazy drunk. Please remember that you're never allowed to daven drunk, and therefore you have to daven mincha before you have any wine at your Purim Suda. And another reason not to get crazy drunk is that you would be incapable of davening Marav that night after Purim is over if you got yourself so drunk that you'll be sick and not able to daven. You are I shouldn't say strangely, but interestingly, you are allowed to say benching at the end of your Suda of Purim, even though you've had some wine and might be a little tipsy, but that's something that God allows because He told us to bench at the end of our meals, even at the meals that have some wine. But the bottom line is drink very, very responsibly and be very, very careful that this just remains a proper Yom Tov, celebrated in a wholesome and spiritual and uplifting way. Have a wonderful and meaningful and happy Purim, and we'll give you more laws for post-Purim right after Purim. If you forget Al Hanisim, you don't have to repeat your Shemona Esrei or your benching. Thanks for logging on. Log on again after Purim for more. Bye-bye.